You're listening to The Plugged In Operator, part of Main Street Media. I'm Marcus. It's Friday, June 26th. Here's what's on the board. Today's case study comes out of the HVAC world. But the lesson lands for anybody who's ever written an estimate that just went quiet. You know the one. You did the site visit, you wrote the quote, you sent it over, and then nothing. The customer didn't say no. They just stopped answering. And the job sat in your unsold pile because nobody had time to chase it. Leonard Splaine Co. is an HVAC company that decided to do something about that pile. They brought in an AI platform called UpSmith and pointed it at the tedious work their customer service reps were drowning in. The estimate follow-ups, the membership renewal questions, the routine back and forth that eats a CSR's whole day and keeps them from the higher value stuff. Instead of a human remembering to circle back on every unsold estimate, the AI handled the follow-up automatically. It reached out, it answered the common questions, and it kept the conversation alive until the customer either booked or clearly passed. Here's the number that matters. Since going live with UpSmith, Leonard Splaine's follow-up sales on unsold estimates went up 25%. Let that sink in. They didn't run a single new ad. They didn't hire another salesperson. They didn't drop their prices. They just stopped letting written estimates die in the inbox. Those were jobs they had already earned the right to win. They'd done the visit, built the quote, made the trip. The only thing missing was the follow-through, and the AI supplied it. The mechanic here is worth sitting with. Most shops pour money and effort into the top of the funnel. Getting the phone to ring, getting leads in the door. Then they let a quarter of the warm ones leak out the bottom, because follow-up is nobody's favorite job, and the day gets away from everyone. Plugging that leak is cheaper than buying more leads, and the customers are already further along. They've met you. They have a number in hand. A nudge at the right time is often all it takes. And this isn't HVAC only. A plumber who quotes a repipe and hears nothing can have the AI check back in 3 days with a financing option. An auto shop that sends a declined work estimate after an inspection can automate a reminder before the problem gets worse. A landscaper who bids a seasonal contract can keep the thread warm until the customer's ready. If you write estimates that sometimes go cold, you have an unsold pile, and that pile is money you've already worked for. Your action from this case study. This week, pull your unsold or unanswered estimates from the last 60 days. Add up the dollar value. That's your leak. Then look at whether your field service software already has follow-up automation built in. Most of the big platforms now do. Or whether a tool like UpSmith bolts onto what you run. Recovering even a fraction of that pile pays for the tool many times over. Now, let's talk about where this is heading, because the way customers find you is changing under your feet. For 20 years, the game was Google. Rank on the first page, show up in the map pack, win the click. That game is shifting. More and more customers aren't scrolling search results anymore. They're asking an AI assistant straight out, "Who's the best HVAC company near me?" or "Find me a plumber open this weekend." And the AI gives them an answer, sometimes just 1 or 2 names, without the customer ever seeing a list of 10 shops. The industry's calling this generative search, and it's moving fast in the home services trades. Here's why it matters to you. In the old model, being on page 1 was enough to get considered. In the new model, the AI is doing the considering for the customer, and it's pulling from your reviews, your website content, your business listings, and how clearly your information is structured online. If your Google business profile is thin, your reviews are stale, or your site doesn't plainly state what you do and where you do it, the AI may simply not surface you. You don't get ranked low. You get left out of the answer entirely. Your takeaway: don't panic and don't overhaul everything. Do one thing this week. Go pull up an AI assistant, ChatGPT, Google's AI, whichever you've got, and ask it to recommend a company in your trade in your town. See if you come up and see what it says about you. That's your baseline. If you're missing or the details are wrong, the fix starts with the basics. A complete business profile, fresh reviews, and a website that states plainly what you do and where. The shops that get found in the next 3 years are the ones who notice this shift now, while most of their competitors still think the only game in town is ranking on Google. That's it for Friday. Find all 5 Main Street Media shows wherever you listen. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you Monday.